How would you like to make your own body wash out of fresh herbs or dried flowers? How about a cilantro and mint one, or dried lavender? Stay tuned and I'll show you how you can make both of them.
Hi, I'm Sherry, and this is Buddy, top dog of Lucky Dog Creations.
Hello friends, today we're going to be doing another DIY project. Now before I made a natural herb shampoo, and we really liked that so much that we decided we wanted a natural herb body wash. So I'm going to go ahead and make my own. It's going to be a combination of the shampoo and one of my body washes. So let's get started, shall we? So what am I going to need to make this? I'm going to need 1/2 cup of boiling water, 2 tablespoons of whatever you want. For herbs, I'm going to be doing cilantro and mint from my own mint plant. 1 cup of unscented Castile soap, but since I am using my mint plant, I am going to go ahead and use Peppermint Castile soap. And then you're going to need a carrier oil, so I'm going to be using 1/2 teaspoon of grapeseed oil, and I'm using grapeseed because it does not have a scent, so your herb scent will be what you will be smelling. 4 teaspoons of glycerin, and I'm going to be using peppermint and cilantro essential oil, and I'm going to be using 10 drops each. So while I'm heating up the water, I am going to go ahead and cut up the herbs, and you're going to want 1 tablespoon of each, or 2 tablespoons if you're only going to be using 1. So I'll cut up the cilantro. And what we're going to do is we're just going to infuse the water with the herb smell. So you won't have the actual herbs in there at all. And there we have 1 tablespoon. I'll go ahead and put that in the bowl. And next I'm going to take a clipping from my mint plant. And then we're going to go ahead and cut it up, and need 1 tablespoon of it as well. It really smells good. I've never grown my own herbs before, and this is turning out really well. Actually, my husband is the one that takes care of it because I would kill it. I'm thinking I would like to try a few other different herbs as well, but we use a lot of mint, so. And see if I have a tablespoon of that. And I do, so I'm going to go ahead and dump that in there as well. Okay, so I have my 1/2 cup of boiling water, and you can use anywhere between 1/2 cup and 3/4 of a cup, depending on how thin you want your body wash. And I'm going to go ahead and pour that over the herbs. Make sure that they all get wet so they can infuse. And then you want to go ahead and cover it with a clean cloth and let it soak for 2 hours. So I'll be back in 2 hours and continue on. Okay, so it has been steeping for 2 hours. The longer that you let it soak, the more stronger it is infused. So we'll go ahead and take our cheesecloth, put it over our measuring cup, because you don't want the actual herbs, you just want the water. And then you go ahead and pour that in. I can really smell the mint. Oh, now I can smell the cilantro, so I think this is going to be a good combination. Take the rubber band off and squeeze and get all of the liquid that you can. So I cleaned out my bowl and I'm going to pour the infused water back into the bowl. And I'm going to add 1 cup of Castile liquid soap. If you don't have the same scent as what your herbs are, go with unscented. I'm going to be using the peppermint one. And you want to pour that in gently because this is what's going to give you the lather, but you don't want it lathering now, so you put it in gently. And then you want to add 1/2 teaspoon grapeseed oil, and I'll put all the benefits of all the ingredients down in the description below, and 4 teaspoons of glycerin, and 10 drops of cilantro, and 10 drops of peppermint, and then we're going to go ahead and lightly mix it until it's fully incorporated. And I poured it back into the mixing cup so it'll be easier to pour into the bottle. And I'm going to be using an 8-ounce amber plastic bottle. Glass is always better when you have essential oils. Amber is also really good so the UV light does not ruin the essential oils. I do have the amber, I don't have the glass, but I would rather have plastic in the bath. It's a lot safer. So we'll go ahead and pour that in there. I have my funnel. And then you go ahead and put your pump lid on it. Okay, so I also decided to try to do a body wash using dried lavender rather than the fresh stuff. It's already dried. So I went ahead and put in a tablespoon of dried lavender into 3/4 cups of water. And the reason why I did the 3/4 cups is just to give it a little bit more water to absorb the lavender. And I'm still going to be using, instead of 1/2 teaspoon, I'm going to be doing 1 teaspoon of the grapeseed oil, the 4 teaspoons of the glycerin, and instead of unscented Castile soap, I have the Lavender Castile soap, and this is a thicker formula, so this may make a better body wash. And I'll be using 1 cup of that. And then I'll be using 20 drops of 100% lavender oil. So I have my measuring cup with the cheesecloth on it. I'm going to do the same as I did with the other one. I am going to pour it into the measuring cup. You don't want the lavender buds, you just want the water that is infused. And we'll try to get all of the liquid that we can. And squeeze it all out. Okay, I cleaned this out, so I got rid of all of the lavender buds. And I'm going to go ahead and pour the infused lavender water into the bowl. The 1 cup of lavender Castile soap. Again, this makes the lather. You want to gently pour it in. And this is a lot thicker than most of the other Castile soaps. I think this is going to make a good body wash because it is thicker. The only thing this is not good for, I know for a fact, is the foaming bottles because it's too thick to go up through the foaming pumper. The 4 teaspoons of glycerin. The 1 teaspoon of grapeseed oil. And the 20 drops of lavender. And then we'll gently give it a stir. And again, we're using an 8-ounce amber plastic pump bottle. It's best to have amber or glass for essential oils, but in the shower I definitely suggest amber plastic so it don't fall and break. Alright, so I put it back into the measuring cup. And I have my funnel, and we'll go ahead and pour that in. And we put the lid on. Okay, here we have the finished product, the Fresh Herb Body Wash. It made 1 8-ounce bottle and 1 3/4 3-ounce bottles. And the Spur of the Moment of dried flowers with the lavender, it made 1 8-ounce and 2 3-ounce bottles of body wash. Now, I've never made this before. I don't know how well it works. I do know my body wash works fine, and my shampoo is a little runny, but it's the best shampoo ever. So I figured with the combination of the two, I should have a win-win. Please give it a try and let me know. If you like my video and would like to see more like these, please subscribe and hit the bell so you can get notices of my future videos. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comments and suggestions are always welcome. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.